This video is all about trial 3, and for trial 3 we're illustrating an invasive species. So for this trial we're going to be adding kind of like a rat rodent to our ecosystem. Okay, so again, we're pretty much following the same steps. However, this time you will pause and click the blue launch an invasion button at 148 clicks. Okay, it's the only time you're going to click that button, but you'll have to do that right before you record your data for 150 clicks. And then again, you'll create a graph using the data for trial 3. And yet again, if you need more help, watch the video in step 8 for help again. Okay, looking at our data table, there is one difference. Because we're adding an invasive species, there's an additional column here that's titled Invaders Population. You'll notice there are zeros already filled in up until 150 because you're not going to click add or start an invasion until 149. So up until that point, you shouldn't really have any invaders, but then starting at 150 all the way to 350, you will have to add the invader population as well. Okay, so again, to restart your simulation, you click Setup and Go when you're ready. So I'm going to hit Go. Again, you should be pausing and recording your information in the data table for 25, 50, 75, 100, and 125. But I'm just going to kind of let that go because at that point you know how to do this. Okay, and then like our directions say, at 149, you are going to click the Launch an Invasion button. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit. Okay, and pause it. I'm going to click Launch an Invasion. You should see all these little mice kind of pop in there. I'm going to hit Go and pause it again. And this time, I'm going to also need to record my invaders population. I'm going to go ahead and show you this one more time. At this point, you should have all the data filled in here up until 150, and I'm just going to start at 150 since that's where we're at. Okay, so you can just slide this so we can see both at the same time. There we go. Okay. So 150, our bug population is 113. Our birds are 111. Grass, let's see what we got here. We've got about 738.3. And then, whoops. For invaders, they're just listed here, so 122. Okay, then I'm going to keep going. That is the only time you're going to click Launch an Invasion. You're just going to let it go from here on out. So when I hit Go again, it's going to let it go. Again, I would pause at 175, 200, 225, 250, etc., all the way to 350, and record my data for all 4 populations: bugs, birds, grass, invaders. Okay? When I'm completely finished, I again am going to create a graph. Just very quickly, you're following the same steps as before. If you need more help, please watch the video in step 8 up here, okay, for how to create a graph. Just be aware, the only difference this time is you need to highlight the invaders population column again as well before you click Insert Chart. Okay, you should include that in your graph as well. Once you have all 3 trials done and all 3 graphs created, at that point, you're ready to move on to the last portion of this assignment, which is the conclusion questions. In the conclusion questions, you're going to have to reflect on your graphs to kind of explain the relationships that are happening there that we noticed during the simulation. Once you're completely finished, you'll submit the assignment in Google Classroom. Again, this is a 3-day assignment, so it is not due until Friday.